survey, we'll do an activity where we'll go around the room and investigate different Snapple real facts. For each one, we'll discuss whether the result makes sense and also suggest how you might find data to support or oppose the fact. So in class, we'll be filling out this sheet as we look at the facts. And eventually what we'll get to is, what are these types of studies that could be used to gather and come up with these different facts that we looked at? And hopefully you'll be able to categorize them into 3 different types of studies. And the 3 types of studies are observational, survey, and experiment. So the more formal definition, and we'll go over, what is your definition of each one of these in class, but the more formal definitions, it's an observational study if it collects data without influencing the subjects directly. So again, an observation is what it sounds like. You're just observing what's happening and using that to come up with some kind of conclusion. It's a survey when you have a set of questions and you give to people to seek the responses. So a set of questions given to people to seek their responses. And the last type of study that we are going to look at this unit is an experimental study. An experimental study collects data directly influencing something to determine how another thing is changed. So collects data by directly influencing something to determine how another thing is changed. So in your notes, you can write down a summary of these if it makes more sense. So observation, or an observational study, is when you observe and you just use what you see to come up with a conclusion. A survey is questions, so asking people. An experiment, you do something and you collect data with the results. So observation, don't do anything, you just observe. Survey, questions. Experiment, you do something and then you see how that influences the results. So we're going to refer to these throughout the unit as we look at different studies in this section.